Hello, everyone. What's going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT Podcast, episode 41. Insert title here.
41.
On my right, as always,
It's Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as Friedman.
and on my left,
It's the Tyler, just Tyler. You know, I really wanted to laugh.
Did you?
I wanted to just really
I
mess
was
up this
tempted.
intro.
I was tempted to. Not gonna lie.
Guys, we need some professionalism on this podcast.
Oh,
Hell no.
sorry. In today's news, our first topic is Overwatch.
Yikes!
Live
we're
on the
just
field
gonna-
of our Overdank reporters. It's just Tyler and Friedman.
Oh God.
Yeah. Thank you, Freeman. First up, we got this new uprising announcement.
Oh my God.
It's interesting stuff, man. Really.
This timeline
all
is
right.
dark.
No, this is the good announcement. This one is they're bringing back the event from last year, but they're expanding it. They're adding like new, essentially co-op missions that take place in Overwatch's past. They have a chance to give you, your co-op gameplay experience, and they have a chance to expand the lore, which is
always nice.
thing to do. I appreciate it.
Speaking of which, I haven't seen any of the comics recently. Like, I haven't seen any more
I
of
haven't
those.
posted any comics lately.
Yeah,
I
I think it's kind of weird.
Last night I think was the Junkertown one, but I don't know. I didn't even read that one because I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Roadhog and Junkrat.
Same, because the map is also trash.
Yeah, actually though.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for it. They're bringing back.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're bringing back that uprising thing, which was a lot of fun.
Did you play it on the hardest difficulty last year?
I can't remember if I beat it. I have to check my achievements. I might have. Or I've gotten to the very end with the Orissas.
Yeah, I kept trying to do it with uncoordinated groups, and you'd get to that last part and just wipe.
Yeah, that part is hard. But it's fun though.
Yeah, no, it is good. I like that they add more modes to the game that make sense.
It keeps things fresh too, so it's like you don't have to just keep going to QP or whatever all the time.
Yeah.
Or just keep doing mystery heroes. Like I like how they have these seasonal things every so often.
But that's the thing about Overwatch. They do these things to keep it fresh and make you want to play. Which is our transition into this next sub Overwatch topic, is that the community is getting a little angry at Blizzard. Why, you might ask? Because Blizzard is continuing to rework and rebalance heroes, and they're constantly trying to kind of tweak the meta before it can become a problem. So like with the last character they added, it pushed them away from the dive meta and more towards this let's just have everyone play tanks and heal each other meta. So they preemptively buffed some characters who would be really good against that type of comp. And apparently the community's not happy because they feel like Blizzard is way too heavy-handed in balancing their own game.
I guess it could be, but man, they need to take. Well, before I go on to that, like some of the reworks are like strange. Like they were trying to nerf. Were they nerfing D.Va?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So like she was too good as a tank, so they gave her damage abilities. And like, well, why the fuck does she have damage abilities? She's supposed to be a tank. So they're getting rid of the damage abilities they took to compensate that. So everyone's saying like, you compare her to 6 months ago, she doesn't actually do anything better than before. She's just shittier at what she used to do. So her rework is now like a downplay.
Yeah, the missiles were shitty to begin with, honestly.
And now they're awful.
Now they're like basically unusable.
She's my favorite character, and there's no reason to play her anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's borderline, maybe even worse than Roadhog in my opinion.
No, Hog he has his place. He's really good if you're in like low ranking, because he's good at just solo carrying a team. But the point, I'm trying to know what it is everyone's really mad about. I don't know if it's just that like Symmetra's going through her second rework. They don't want to talk about Torbjorn.
Fucking Brigitte needs to be fucking nerfed.
Yeah, she's way too good. And
She's
fucking love her.
Too good. I 1v3 tanks Tim.
That's
like
as
Brigitte.
As a support.
I'm support.
No,
I go on the point and like these three niggas just try to like hit me, and they can't hit me because every time I smack someone, right, I just get health back. And if they decide like, we can hit you, I just boop them away with shift. Like it's really busted.
I bet.
in my opinion, at least that's low level play. Because like I'm not low level play, but I was playing with my buddies who are like bronze, silver, and like it was. Really
anything's
fucking...
busted at those levels.
The problem is, and I think the community doesn't want to accept this, is that Overwatch isn't designed like your standard competitive game where there's a limit to what characters can do. With each character that comes out, they're pushing the limits of what a character can physically do in the game. And they're starting to run into the big issue that the movement in Overwatch is way more important than anything else, which is why this dive comp, where just a bunch of highly mobile characters are dominating. And I see constant comparisons to like CSGO, where they're like, this character requires no actual mechanical game skill. And too many people have this purely competitive mechanical game mindset about Overwatch, and I don't think it's that kind of game.
No.
And people just don't realize that.
Oh, the fans just want what the fans want, even though it goes against. That's what you get when you have fans that, you know, go against the whole design philosophy, who just want just random shit for no reason. And that kind of segues into
that's our transition in the last point
shit.
Overdank this
week.
Week.
The transition and the topic. But the community has been flooding ever since this whole battle royale thing has been going on. You know, Fortnite did it. Who else did it? Someone else did it recently.
DayZ was doing it first.
Well, yeah, DayZ was doing it first. The PUBG, then
Minecraft
H1Z1, Minecraft survival. It's a big thing, and like, you know, apparently Jeff Kaplan came out because he got a lot of fan requests asking for a battle royale mode in Overwatch.
Oh baby,
in Overwatch. Now that I don't get.
It makes absolutely no sense.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't make any goddamn sense. You know,
like, if you want to go play Fortnite, go play Fortnite.
Right? Play Fortnite. It's free. It's fucking free. And plus, it's like it's more balanced than a battle royale for Overwatch would be.
My God, I don't want to think about the balance there.
No, you got to think about it because it's like, oh hey, we have this Winston. All right, I'm gonna drop in as Winston. I'm gonna drop in as Tracer. Oh no, I'm gonna drop in as a fucking Reaper.
Yes, I'm gonna drop in as Reinhardt and just have no ranged weapons and just be a giant fucking target.
Yep. It's just not good, and it goes against the design philosophy of the entire game. And that's what Jeff Kaplan came out and said. He's like, that's not how this game was meant to be played. Sorry.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This game is barely even built for capture the flag, and they added that, and it shows very well. This game was explicitly not designed for capture the flag.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people think certain game modes should belong. Like, there was a Reddit thread today talking about how very deliberate Blizzard is with certain things in the game. Like, if you go into, what was it, like No Limits, where there's just no cooldowns, it gives you a very strong impression of like Wizards very explicitly balances strong abilities around long cooldowns, because you have stuff like Zarya's defensive bubble. You put that on zero cooldown,
Wizards.
Wizards has cooldown.
Sorry, Blizzards. It's close enough. But that's why Wizard puts tap ability. No, I'm joking. But like, they're very deliberate with how they balance stuff, and that wouldn't work for a survival mode. Like, it's just a stupid request.
It's just dumb, all right?
I don't know why people are taking this seriously. The point is, the community is outraged over all these things we just talked about.
No way, a community.
And they're air quotes leaving in swarm, which translates to less people are Twitch streaming it right now.
Yeah.
So I don't take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I just want people, even though that's not how the consumer base is, they don't care how things are made or how things are meant to be made, or like, you know, like whatever their function is, they just want what they want and nothing else.
Yeah.
Which is why like actually like a side thing, PUBG like kind of bothers me, right? And this kind of also just briefly touches on like our topic later, but this whole friggin' all right, well, now that we got these battle royale games, now we got to do it on mobile.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
it's
God.
like, motherfucker, why? Like, why you have to pour all your resources in competing like that. Like I get like that's where the money is, but like
It's because of the money. That's it. It's those 5 letters.
the money.
Money.
And it bothers me
Money.
as a player because I'm like, if I saw some quality go into this game, I could completely back, having this money. But you see like Blizzard just doing a fantastic job of knowing how to push a game, know how to push like all this extra stuff at the same time, making the game bounce fair. And on top of that, operable. Like the game just works. Right? The game just works like next to flawless. But it's like PUBG, they have this financial backing from basically a Chinese government. And they can't make this game work. They can't make it function. They can't stop like cheaters. Yet they have
the game
all this
isn't
money.
built to handle anti-cheat.
I guess I'm asking for too much.
That sounds accurate.
I think that's just what it is. I think I'm asking for too much. I guess the game was meant to be played with cheaters, so I shouldn't be complaining.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
We'll get back to this topic.
We will get back to this topic.
So
What's this about Avengers 4?
So I threw this
I'm
one
awake again.
because Google felt the need to push a notification to me to alert me about this news story. But apparently, at the end of the new Avengers movie, they dropped the title of the actual title for Infinity Wars Part 2. And they said that they want everyone to be, careful talking about this because the title itself is super duper spoilery. The title is Avengers Part 4 Captain America Dies. So don't tell anyone that title. Do not put it in the podcast. Don't be an asshole and ruin that title for anyone. No, that's not the actual title. But point is, don't be a dick about it. Don't spoil the title. It's probably going to be, I'm willing to bet 2 to 3 months after the movie comes out that they'll start officially talking about it with the new title. But then again, I don't know. The director said he said like this is a very risky thing to do, putting a very blatant spoiler for the first of these 2 movies as the title of the second. But
of course, it's a risk, but this is also going to be probably the next. I mean, Black Panther just almost got most money ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely got confirmed for a sequel, but that was no surprise.
Yeah.
What, Black Panther?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was confirmed before I think it even came out.
Probably because they knew they were like, yo,
saying,
we got a winner here.
I'm just saying Avengers 4 is going to, like, I'm going to be real upset and shocked if it doesn't even beat Black Panther. There is so much hype behind this movie.
There's over 10 years of hype.
I mean, I know
10 years of movies.
Have been looking into how can we go see this movie opening day, even though we're going to Washington D.C. for a wedding on Friday, the same day.
You guys are actually crazy. Not like removing we're going to a wedding in D.C.
We figured it out. The service is going to be really short and not even a major thing in the morning at like 11 o'clock. And by the time it's done, then the couple's going to be busy. So we're going to try to see if there's like a 1 or 2 o'clock showing on the day of release.
You guys are wild. Oh my God. You guys are actually nuts.
Normally I would never do this, but for this movie, I'll do it.
Tim, I need to understand you. I need to understand. Like, I can't go to a movie opening day because I do not like it when people clap in the movies.
I hate the fans. People are actually the worst part about being.
I hate that shit. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I always kind of want to experience that. I recognize that it detracts from the movies in some ways, but in some other ways, like when everybody cheers at some big part, that feels like such a rare thing in today's world. Like there's so few opportunities for everyone to get hyped together. Like it's almost like when that story about 10,000 people in Brazil watching the finale of Dragon Ball Super together.
Oh God!
Like, that's the most
this is why me and my buddies always meet up to watch the finale of Attack on Titan just to get hyped together.
But that's what I mean. There's so few chances, especially in adult life, to get hype with other people.
God, I don't know. I
don't like getting hyped with strangers.
I understand and agree mostly, but for something like this, I want to feel that hype. Plus, Val's already about to explode because she watched the newest trailer and I didn't, and she's been begging me to just watch the new trailer.
Oh man.
Are we about to talk about hype again?
No.
No.
I'm just
Do I need to put it down as a future topic?
No.
no. What the hell? We already talked about it.
Let's just retouch on it.
No.
Retouch on
And by retouch on it,
Oh
let's
my
retouch on this fucking awful game that's the next topic in our lineup.
Speaking
Oh
of-
Jesus Christ! No.
Speaking of hype,
Yes.
except this hype got crushed by disappointment.
Yes. So the Pokemon Go creators, Niantic, they paid out $1.6 million in a class action lawsuit
Ooh.
for that event that they held last year in Chicago.
Who
Yeah.
even cares? It was a
it
shit
was like
show.
it was what, like Catch the Legendary Birds or something.
Yeah, it was a shit show. Well, it was just like a gathering. Like it was meant to be like an official Pokemon Go like meetup, and like people were promised like, you know, like I don't know if they were promised, but you know, they were promised some like good shit there, right?
Oh no,
And
it was the game was down during that week.
the game was down for a majority of the time. No
Oh,
one could
yeah.
play, so everybody was just kind of sitting there like, "Hey, what's up?" So a lot of people sued, and a lot of people got money.
Yeah.
Probably because, like, you know, people flew out from like all over the world just to come to this thing,
Yep.
and they got shafted.
I mean, they went for a Pokemon Go event, so really, how happy is your life when it's tied to that game? But,
Holy
okay.
shit! God, is it getting warm here?
I don't care.
It is. It's fucking warm. Tim's roasting the Pokemon Go community.
If
I
you're
don't blame him. I don't
if you're
blame
one of
you.
those people who has your fucking Twitch stream on your phone and you walk around hunting down Pokemon, just
You-
kind
yeah,
of
you-
fuck you.
Just get off Twitch. I don't want to know.
Kinda fuck
you
you.
probably eat Tide Pods.
Like, you're probably doing that new condom challenge, apparently.
Let me go grab my
Wait,
fidget
what?
spinners.
Have you guys heard
Wait,
of
hold
this?
on.
wait,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no, no, no. I need to know about this meme
Yeah,
now.
okay, I don't know if it's real, but the other day Google was like, "Here's a bunch of headlines about something called the condom snorting challenge."
I hear Freeman clagging. He's like, I need to
gotta
know.
know.
I gotta know.
I
about
need
this.
the meme.
Wait, all right. Explain what this
hold
is.
on. This
Oh, I
can't
didn't
be.
want to look into it. Apparently,
Oh no,
it's-
Freeman, the king of memes, is gonna look this
Hold
up.
on.
Freeman has to confirm the meme status.
Please don't tell me this is what I think it is.
Oh, it's if you think snorting condoms.
Yeah,
is
all right,
a
yeah.
thing,
So,
it's
all
probably
right, so what you
that.
do is you take a condom, you get the lubed side out, you begin snorting it until you snort it so far down that you can pull it out from your throat.
Oh my god.
Because the lube gives you a continuous pathway from your nostril down into your throat. What the actual fuck?
I
This
have
isn't a
This is
meme.
the
This is just
world.
stupid.
I mean, how recent was Tide Pods?
Look, that was like that. We left that behind in 2017.
Did
We're not
we?
going back.
Did we?
No, because it was in January 2018.
That's what I thought.
That
Yeah, I
one
was
week
gonna say.
where we were eating Tide Pods because we didn't know the way. That was that week.
Oh,
And we don't talk about that
baby.
week anymore.
now
we ate
we're
the Tide Pods, we
snorting
found the way.
condoms.
What's his face? Logan Paul made that stupid suicide video. All that shit happened. We're not going back.
What is
You know,
happening?
he's in a movie that's coming out in theaters.
Of
Oh my
course he is.
God.
Because you know what? I can't get money,
Not,
but this little entitled piece of shit can.
not. I don't think he's the star, but he's in the movie.
That doesn't
He is
matter.
an actor.
He should have died. Like, not him. I don't want him dead. I wanted his career
Fan base.
to just die. I want his fan base dead.
No,
Like, oh,
I want them to learn.
Oh,
How-
they'll never learn.
But
How
they're
to
not
have
gonna
decent
learn, okay? Because they're the same people who are like, "Oh, I want to play Fortnite. I want to have
Man.
stupid shit.
I need it on mobile so I can walk around while I eat my Tide Pods.
Eat my Tide Pods and snort my condoms." Oh my god, this is real.
It's the same group that was.
This is real.
Fitness
I'm in
marketing.
hell right now.
You're in hell. You're not
I-
wrong.
What is I'm actually having an existential crisis right now.
I
this
believe
is
the phrase for
terrible.
this is the darkest timeline.
I thought we were in the dankest timeline. What happened here?
Absolutely
no.
not. You take the shades off.
What are you, crazy?
Take the goggles off. Yo, that reminds me of a story. It's kind of really fucked up. But
kind of.
no,
though.
it is. It's super fucked up. whoever listens to like this podcast that went to college with me is probably gonna be really pissed. But it's fine because they're over in
so many of
Arizona.
them.
Yeah, right. All fucking 600 of them. Back at my school that I will not disclose. We a lot. There was like a lot. Like there weren't like a lot of girls there, and the ones that were there, the majority of them were not that great looking, not that attractive. Let's just say in personality.
But what
like,
about on
not
the
just looks.
inside?
I'll say not even personality. A lot
There
of them
you
were bitches. There were
Oof.
some like nice one. Hey, it's fucking true. There's no, I'm not getting into it.
Keep going.
Anyway, yeah.
Don't do
so
it
we
to yourself, Tyler.
we called them putting on the glasses, the goggles.
Oh man.
The goggles because it's like people would ask like this person now, and we'd be like, damn, they got the goggles on because they have no other choice.
Oh my god.
I'm an awful person.
Man, Tyler, you thought I was gonna get hate for that for roasting Pokemon.
Oh
Go
no,
people.
I'm gonna be labeled as a misogynistic fuck after
All
this.
the feministas are coming for you.
They are. And you know what? It's fine. Hey, it's fine. More opportunities to talk to girls. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Hey,
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh man, what's the next topic?
Oh, yeah.
So much Dominaria.
much,
What,
yeah.
what is this?
Oh, Tyler,
It's
if you're
free.
introducing
Tyler,
the
better go to
magic
sleep.
topic, it's fine.
Oh Christ! All right, it's like,
Tyler, you can go hide for a few minutes, and hopefully the heat will die down by the time you come back.
yeah. Hopefully, I'm sorry, Freeman. I feel like someone's gonna come by with a brick, brick sailing through
Oh
our
shit!
window.
Someone's at my door right now. Ugh.
Shit.
Guys, hold on. I gotta leave the podcast for a few minutes. Tim, you got this, right?
You guys got.
Yeah,
Oh
Tim,
shit.
tell us about Dominaria.
Oh, yeah. While those two go fight off the invading hordes of feminists,
You just hear popcorn in the fucking background. He ain't making popcorn.
No, we are currently so me and Freeman talked a bunch of times about the Dominaria leaks that happened a few weeks ago, and how Wizards was kind of trickling out spoilers pretty much every day, like one card.
It's like
for
one or
the
two
past
cards, a lot of
week.
artwork.
Yeah. But now today we are in spoiler season officially. And my god, there was a lot
Spoiler dumps are great.
today and yesterday. There was so much stuff. I'm fucking hyped for Dominaria. I'm so glad I pre-ordered a box because those boxes are going to go up in price every single day, I think, right now.
So
There's so much amazing stuff in this set. It's actually nuts.
So this set is doing what I think is really cool. With what they screwed up with the legends in Kamigawa was all the common and uncommon ones, kind of like shitty creatures that happen to be legendary. But with the new ones, even if they're at the uncommon level, they still have these very big build around me mechanics, and I absolutely love that they're doing that.
Yep.
It makes all the legends feel cool.
It's also cool because it helps Brawl get kickstarted.
The problem is once this set rotates, Brawl is going to lose like a shit ton of commanders.
See, that's true, and that's actually the argument I would even use. But at the same time, by the time Dominaria rotates, we should know whether Brawl has legs or not.
The thing is, they're letting Planeswalkers be
That's the
your
other
Brawl
thing.
commander, right?
Yep.
So you're always guaranteed to have something in Standard.
I mean, every standard set at this point has like at least 5 or 6 legendaries plus a bunch of planeswalkers, and then the planeswalker deck planeswalkers, like, they're not great, but there will always be an option.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Standard in a nutshell.
But yeah, we're not going to go into any spoilers because we'll probably actually end up doing our special Dominaria set review episode.
We seem to do that pretty regularly.
It's a fun thing to do, and I think we should. I mean, we talked actually back when Dominaria spoiled that we'd do a Magic episode about it. Do one of our TNT specials for Magic.
If Luigi manages to get off, we can go out to Ohio. We should do a live set review with you, me, Luigi.
That'd be fucking radical. I mean, we're not going to do the pre-release. We talked about it unless you two come out here, or unless you and anyone who else wants to do it come out here. So it's up to you guys to get us to go to pre-release. No, but actually though, if you guys come out, we'll definitely go. Otherwise, we're probably just going to save the money and go to bed before 3 in the morning that night.
And just buy more boxes
Before
2 weeks later.
3 in the morning.
That's how late we were out when.
Yeah, when the promise
Leslie and Freeman
pre-release
came.
starts at midnight, then you spend like
An
45
hour.
minutes building a deck, and only then do the games start.
Yeah, like 1 o'clock
Like
you
1
start
in the
your
morning.
game, and then because there's usually about 30 people there, there's like 4 rounds. So that's usually why as soon as you lose, you just drop.
But we each played what, like 2 rounds?
Val and Leslie, yeah, we all played 2, and then you played your 3rd because you won.
Did I?
Yeah, remember your Pirates deck?
No, I remember my
shockingly
Pirates.
well?
I'm trying to remember who I played. I played the guy who was sitting next to Val. Then I thought I played one dude, and then we dropped because I know Val and
probably.
Leslie dropped out of the first game.
Right, they dropped after the first round. They left. Then Val came back and picked us up in my car because they had gone back so Leslie could sleep.
Yeah.
Either way, though,
Regardless, Pirates were great.
yeah, I don't.
It's my only sealed deck that worked.
I mean, I'll go to sealed for this. Honestly, I just want to get so many cool singles for this. I'm fine getting a box. If you guys come up for pre-release, great. If not, not the end of the world. But that's the dream. And I'm hoping tax season, because tax season should be over, even if he has to do like late people. But I feel like that should still be less.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out off camera. But anyway, yeah, Dominaria looks amazing. And the set looks hype as hell. There's so many cool legendaries and just so many cool cards in this set. It's actually nuts. Now what? Jeez.
Dank souls.
Oh, this is just a bunch of quick news I added. I can blow through this really, really quick.
Go for it.
Because this is a bunch of stuff that I basically saw today or kind of got brought up by the Best Friends podcast that I listen to usually on Tuesdays.
Best friend.
Oh my god. Dark Souls Remastered is not looking like much of a remaster. If you already own it on PlayStation or Xbox or PS4, really all that's happening is like the higher end console models are getting upscaled to 4K. PC is going to be a native 4K. Switch is going to be 1080p 30 FPS when plugged in, or 720p 30 FPS.
That sounds like
when
Switch.
Unplugged.
No, so that definitely sounds like Switch.
What else? There's a bunch of multiplayer changes. They're making it a lot more like Dark Souls 2 and 3, where you can have up to like 6 people running around. I think it's like Skull of the First Sin / Dark Souls 3. You can have up to like 6 people. The arena is going to get expanded a little. They're adding 1 new bonfire because there was an area with that really needed it. One blacksmith you really couldn't get to without a huge trek. They're adding a bonfire there. Really, though, there's not many other actual gameplay changes. They're making a few like UI improvements, and one big thing is that before in Dark Souls 1, you could only use a single instance of an item at a time. So if you had to use like 30, you would just have to keep popping them or put them on your quick bar and keep hitting X over and over again. Now they finally updated it like Dark Souls 2 and 3, where you can just select 50 and use 50, which is a nice little quality of life thing. But overall, apparently this is nothing like Scholar of the First Sin was for Dark Souls 2. There's like no new enemy location changes. There's 1 item location change only because it's tied to multiplayer and they want you to have it earlier. Really, that's it. There's an extremely small amount of changes. So honestly, it seems like it's not really worth upgrading if you already own the game. But if you haven't played it before,
haven't bought it yet.
Yeah, exactly. And Vati Vidya, the guy who does like the most famous Dark Souls videos, he put out a video today about it, which is why I was thinking of it. And he basically said this is not for returning players, but for the millions of people who started with Dark Souls 2, 3, and Bloodborne, this is how you get them to start playing to go back and play the original game. So this is for all you people out there who have not played Dark Souls and maybe watched my LP or something and were like, I should play that someday. Well, now you'll have your chance to play it, and the best way you should play it is going to be the remaster for sure.
The most recently mastered.
Yeah. But if you're like me and already have the game and have played it a bunch, there's no real reason to go back and play it again. There's just nothing new enough there. In other news, there was... Oh, man, Tyler, you might know about this.
What?
Donald Glover and his brother were apparently working on an animated Deadpool series.
Oh, yeah.
And
They were, and it got canceled.
yeah, FX put out a statement and was like, "Oh, we couldn't get our schedules to work, so Donald Glover wrote a 15-page, apparently hilarious. I haven't read it.
Apparently,
A 15-page script bit of Daredevil just talking to a rhino.
yeah, there
The
was like,
last white rhino.
yeah, there was like some shit. Apparently, Donald Glover came out and said that it was really creative differences
Yeah,
Yeah.
between him and the network. Like they were basically like, yeah, this is
I
this ain't
believe the
gonna
headline
work.
I saw was the Taylor Swift episode was too far. They like had
Oh
some stuff making
yeah,
fun of
they
her.
said some shit about Taylor Swift. I completely forgot.
I don't even know
what
or
it
care,
was.
but it sounds like it might have been a funny show. But honestly, I'm not crushed.
I don't
feel
care.
I feel like the Deadpool movies are enough.
I
Maybe
would
have a
I would
new
have been
Deadpool
more
movie.
interested if he wrote Spider-Man instead.
Why?
Not because he's like, what's it called? Not because he's in Spider-Man, right? But because he's a huge fan of Spider-Man.
Wait, in Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's in Homecoming. Donald Glover
When
is
was
in
he
Spider-Man Homecoming. He's the
Man, I should
black
really
dude
watch
trying
that
to.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah, so
you're right. I just rewatched that. Yeah. He's the small-time crook.
Yeah, some people. He's Miles Morales' we think uncle.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so we're like, oh, that's pretty dope. But like, yeah, like he's a big time Spider-Man fan. Like, I can't remember. Oh no, I'm thinking of Logic. But like, he has come out and he was like, oh, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Blah blah blah. Like, I like it when fans of stuff do stuff because typically like it's pretty good and like they know
Yeah.
the source material.
They have real passion for it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Oh well.
Two more quick things. Apparently, the new Smash Brothers is going to be playable at E3, which makes it seem almost certainly like this is 4.5 and not 5. Because this is an insanely fast turnaround for a brand new Smash game from the ground up.
I
True.
refuse to accept this. It's got to be a new game.
There's no way.
They have never, ever re-released an older Smash on a new console as the first one.
Yo, how much money we betting? I'm the bookie.
Ugh.
How much we want to do? The odds. Let's go, huh? How much? How much we doing?
I'll throw it on $50 that it's a new game.
$50, Tim. You want to call?
No.
Call? Come
That's
on.
what
I don't
thought.
actually
50 bucks,
know.
50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks. Come on.
No.
50 bucks. What is
I
this?
I don't want to waste $50.
You ain't see,
That's
so you're not
right.
confident in your
You
abilities.
wanna
You-
believe.
No, I
see,
just
you're-
don't gamble.
So you're wrong. So you're wrong. All right, you
No,
prove Freeman right.
Okay. I mean, when Freeman's
$50.
wrong,
$50. If you want to put your money where your mouth is, Tim. Come on.
when Freeman's wrong, I get to burn him on the podcast. That's more worth
Oh,
than
believe me,
potentially
I won't
losing
give a
50
shit what you
bucks.
say. If I'm wrong and it's just a re-release, I'm gonna be mad enough regardless of what you
Yeah,
say.
there you go. See, Freeman loses either way.
Damn it!
This
I
is
lose
high
because
stakes
I
for me.
lose my percentage, my cut, my 10%.
Why would you get a cut?
Because I'm the bookie, man. That's how it works.
Why? You're just the third party. That doesn't make you.
Yes.
The
More
I
importantly,
facilitate.
being
All right.
playable at E3 is going to show off the stages and characters that are in this game because they said we're not going to talk about it. You'll see it when it's playable.
Yeah.
So that's
fine.
the way we're going to find out is by watching, whatever streams happen. at
Look, here's the
tournament.
other thing. There'll be lots of bad news during E3, I'm sure. So this will just be another drop in the bucket for Friedman.
No.
All right,
It's gonna
final
be great.
news. No, final news. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Freeman. I'm sure it's a brand new game.
Freeman, I got some weeb shit that I'm about to put in the chat. Oh my goodness.
All right, go for it.
Freeman, I just saw part of what you posted in the weeb shit, and I'm really fucking pissed now.
Good,
Holy
'cause it's
shit.
an April Fool's joke.
Okay, oh, Jesus, I'd kill you. Anyway, last thing. Swery, the guy who makes lots of weird games like Deadly Premonition and D3, holy shit.
Yo, it's Guts' sword. It's great.
Apparently he had a game on Kickstarter and then he took it off and now it's back. It's called The Good Life. I don't know anything about it, but
Oh.
Swery's one of those auteur game designer guys who just does whatever the fuck he wants and somehow gets to make more games. I'm just scrolling through the Kickstarter and it's weird as hell, but I figured it's funny, and some people like Swery, I think. I haven't never played a game of his, but I've seen some Let's Plays that are weird as shit.
Never heard of this guy.
But speaking of weird shit and Japanese people,
it's time for the weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually very upset that Tim read my April Fool's pranks in here because I wanted you to just kind of like hear them and just flip the shit. Because
well, Tyler, blame Tyler. He mentioned weeb shit, and I was like, oh, I should look at what Freeman has in there.
Oh, come on. You cannot blame me
Yes, I
for
can.
that. All right, listen. You know
I
what?
looked at the
not
weeb
as
shit
bad.
because you said that.
It's not as bad as you telling Leslie what happened last week.
Oh my god, that's not even true.
Yes.
Fans, for the record, Leslie was not in our D&D session, but some cool shit happened, and Tim told her outside of our next session.
And
Guess who also failed to communicate? It's Tyler, who didn't tell me that I wasn't supposed to tell her.
Fuck you.
Just sitting here watching this go down.
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I know I messed up. I know. But
Freeman,
it's okay.
just take us away and
Anyway, so as everyone knows, April Fool's Day was this weekend, so there was just a lot of fake bullshit news all over the internet. I couldn't stand it. All my favorite shows got their season 3s announced, and I got real mad knowing they were fake, but falling for each and every one of them. Which is why, to piss off Tim, I put 2 pieces of news in the Weeb shit this week. One, Hero Academia is delayed for 4 weeks, and it's having its episode count reduced from 26 to 22. Sounds like something that would actually happen, right? No. And the next one is a jab at Food Wars. That Food Wars confirmed to be a collection of still images. No laughs.
No
I-
laughs.
dude,
because
no
it's
laughs.
true. All anime is
Dude.
just still images.
Damn.
I mean,
All right.
you're not wrong.
All right,
That's-
forget it.
I'm
That
not
one-
laughing.
Yeah, no one
It's
is.
just
All right.
video manga.
All right, so I'll get on to the real topics. The first one was, this wasn't really news. There was a post on Reddit from one of the former Crunchyroll developers who just came on to complain about why we're not seeing any new features on the website. About a year ago, I remember I reported this when Amazon strike was still beating the shit out of
Freeman
Crunchyroll.
broke the story.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks. That Crunchyroll was going to start supporting mobile download. Crunchyroll still hasn't done that. If you have a full subscription to Crunchyroll, you can pay more to be in their HTML5 player beta, but that beta doesn't work anymore, and it hasn't for 6 months, and no one really said anything why. And
And
as
you
it
still
turns
pay
out,
for it?
when Crunchyroll was bought by the streaming company Elation, I think that's what it is, a year ago, it's the same company that owns VRV now. They took all developers off of Crunchyroll and said, unless you are fixing something that broke over the weekend, you are not to develop new features for Crunchyroll, and all development should go towards making VRV a better streaming platform. And this is kind of shitty because it means Crunchyroll as a website is never going to get anything new. The HTML5 player is never going to happen. We're never going to get mobile downloads. Nothing's ever going to get any better because all development staff is on VRV.
That would be amazing because sure as fuck, I hate dealing with the Chromecast with fucking the Crunchyroll app. It's the worst.
Oh, but you haven't heard the best part. The app team got what's the term I'm looking for? Offshore.
I don't know, Mr. Developer.
They got outsourced to
That thing.
fucking what is the name of this country? They got outsourced to the quote unquote poorest country in Europe.
Tijuana.
No. What country is this? Regardless, it's illegal to own a PS4 in that country, and that team is responsible for the PS4 app.
Damn.
Just to put things into perspective here, that's how shitty things are at Crunchyroll. And this former dev just called them out on Reddit, and there was this whole like, I hate developing for Crunchyroll AMA. And they didn't have
Damn.
an NDA about anything they did there, so they were disclosing everything.
Wow.
Wow. Holy
And
shit.
there's a couple of Crunchyroll PR guys on Reddit. They did not go anywhere near that thread.
Because there's nothing they could do.
There's nothing they could do about this. Like, this fucking parent company is pumping everything to VRV and leaving
Fucking-
Crunchyroll to dry out. Like, they honestly said, like, they would have closed down Crunchyroll if it wasn't for the name recognition. Because it's the only thing that's getting people to funnel into VRV at the moment.
Yeah, because VRV's fucking... It's just a network of a bunch of shitty things and a few tent poles.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
God, VRV sucks.
Relation
It's
sucks.
so
I
dumb.
hate this. Just bring me back my old Crunchyroll. Back with our old shitty icon that made no sense at all.
I mean,
Old
we've
shitty.
talked about VRV and how they just have so much stuff. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so much here that it's like, why would I even want to have anyone get money for this?
Plus, orange is a way better color than purple anyway for a video player. Let's be real here. Let's move on. This was an online. I don't know if I talked about this last week or not, but in an interview with the author of the Attack on Titan manga, he said he's very excited for the next season because he hopes it can, and I quote, correct the mistakes of the manga.
Oh my!
Mention this.
For anyone who's not in the know, when the arc that's going to be animated in a couple months comes out, when he was writing that arc in the manga, it was right around the same time that one of his assistants had leaked all of his plot notes for how he wanted to conclude the series. So starting with that arc, he had to start reworking how he wanted to end it because he refused to just follow the script he wrote now that everyone knew it. So because that, he had to pivot a little bit, and he didn't really like the direction he took that section. I know there is a very controversial bit in the next chapter where someone is getting tortured, and the nature of the torture is fucking weird. And I don't know if his comment is directed just at that one little bit of like how are we going to depict this thing on screen, or if it's we want to change the outcome of the story arc. But it seems like he approved very aggressive changes to how it's going to be animated.
Huh.
But they're 100% like what he wanted to do. So fans are confused about whether they should support or not support this because they want a true adaptation, but if it's the creator who's requesting changes, who are they to say no, he can't?
Who do you support in such a crazy
Do you
case?
support the original author or do you support the original author?
Oh
no.
my god. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Anyway, moving on to more sequel news. Netflix exclusive Sword Guy, which came out 1 week ago,
Sword Guy
has its second season announced, despite the fact that it's been like universally agreed that season 1 was fucking terrible. I said it last week when talking about Ico and Be the Beginning, but Netflix doesn't know how to write an anime.
No, they don't.
Write things that edgy fans like, but it doesn't actually make up a good show. And
hey man, they make good other shows, live action shows.
The live action's great. They know how to do sci-fi, but I'm concerned that this writing is going to start bleeding into all their shows. Like how's this going to impact Castlevania 2?
Oh no!
Like I don't know if that's going to have the same kind of thing going on with it, where it's just
was Castlevania really that awesome? I loved it.
No, it was. I liked it, but it had all the writing problems present in that show were like magnified with like Be the Beginning.
I liked it. I liked it a lot because I played Castlevania.
No. I never. Castlevania, like I said, is good, but I don't think it was anything like earth-shatteringly good.
I'm not going to say it was bad. I'm just going to say there were like noticeable issues that I'm seeing magnified in their other animated shows.
Look, a solid 8 is awesome, but like you're saying, I don't want it to taper off.
All these 6 out of 10 animes aren't really doing me well.
These 6 out of 10s. You sure they're just 6 out of 10s?
Look, I'm being
maybe
generous.
a little lower. I'll say maybe you're being a little generous.
I'm being generous here.
Throwing a bone to Netflix.
Castlevania Season 2 release date. Oh, yeah, it's coming this summer.
Nice.
8 episodes this summer. Hell yeah.
All right. And speaking of what else is coming this summer, I haven't seen the second season yet because I was waiting for it to end so I can marathon. But I had seen the first season of this show called Overlord, which it's a take on the overpowered main character genre. The plot is this guy is playing this MMO, and it's set to be shut down. And he's staying logged in until they turn off the servers. And it's not like a VR MMO. He's just sitting at his computer. But the clock strikes midnight, and he's like falling asleep on his keyboard. But he wakes up in the game as his character, who's this like max level MMO guy who's spent way too much money on this game. And he wakes up, and all of his former like in-game friends are like their characters are just like NPCs now. Everyone in the game is an NPC, and they don't like. He's essentially a godlike entity among normal characters. And it's a story of him, this clumsy nerd dude, behind the facade of this godlike figure, just fucking with this world. And it's kind of comedic because on the inside he's like panicking, like, oh god, these people actually think I'm a god here. But on the outside he's pretending to be like this demon thing. But point is, second season concluded this week. Everyone was upset because they didn't think they were going to get any new seasons. This is done by Studio Madhouse, who famously does not do sequel seasons. And then out of left field, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, season 3 is in 3 months.
Wow.
So a lot of people are like, oh, is this like Food Wars where it's like, oh, we're actually just going to split the season in half? I don't know, but it seems like Studio Madhouse is changing. They seem to like sequels now. I'm not upset about that. I'm upset that they weren't like this when they owned One Punch Man, because now that's JC staff. But we're seeing a lot more season 3 announcements than we used to. I'm very happy about that. Let's see what else we can get announced.
Now we just need good shows to come out faster instead of all these bad shows.
Hey man, Overlord was okay.
Damn.
I didn't specifically mean that. Just like focus their efforts on good shows.
Such as?
Most of the shows you talk about sound pretty bad.
Wow.
You complain about most of the shows you talk about.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure most of the shows Friedman discusses, he's like, it was okay.
Most
I'm
Netflix
just kinda
shows I
watching.
complain about.
He has a refined palate.
Tyler, you have no right to talk. You're the one who keeps watching fucking Supernatural for decades.
All right, you can't flame me for Supernatural anymore, even if it got renewed for a 14th season.
Val showed me that yesterday. I thought it was amazing.
You cannot flame me. I haven't watched that show since like December.
Yeah, but Tyler, you spent so much time with
I
it.
don't give a shit. I
We
know.
all make
I'm
mistakes.
clean.
I still watch Walking Dead. We all make mistakes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
enough. Okay, fine. Switch to that one then.
that's almost as bad.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks for
quitting.
rearming me there.
No.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Let me conclude the weeb shit by saying, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it. We are now in the spring anime season. Throughout the next 7 days, every show will be premiering. Is it good? Is it trash? I don't know, but let's watch all of it. That's my outlook for this season. People are already drawing the line with what's going to be show of the season. Funimation is doing a fuck ton of simul dubs this season, including my favorites, Steins Gate and Full Metal Panic. So we'll see how good those actually turn out, considering they just kind of rushed the scripts out there. But yeah, there are a ton of new shows. I don't know if I'm going to get around to them. I might try and just give a quick overview of what sounds good next week after I've seen a couple of them. But I can already tell you Fist of the Blue Sky looks like absolute crap.
Uh-oh.
I tried watching a little bit of it while I was eating dinner tonight, and it feels like they took the Berserk animation team and they're like, oh, can you make Fist of the North Star, but the prequel? And it's choppy as shit. Don't watch this show. They're one clang away from a new meme. But yeah, that's it for the weeb shit.
Woo.
Sick.
Well, you guys sound
We
very
made
excited.
We made it. Well, I mean,
It's
The
just
hot-
gotta climb out of this hole.
gotta climb
The
out of
weep
this
hole.
the weeb hole.
The
I mean,
weeb hole.
I'm only hyped for one thing, and that's the obvious.
Food Wars Season 3.
Yeah, sure, man. Whatever. PowerPoint the anime. I got you.
Hell yeah.
Fucking burr. Oh man! All right.
How did
So
my comments about the still images impact your rewatch this weekend, Tim?
Huh?
How did my comments about the panning shots impact your rewatch?
So it popped into my head a few times. We finished, obviously, because Food Wars is short. Not gonna lie, it popped into my head a few times, but I was able to successfully purge it from my head before it started ruining scenes for me, because I was so focused on what they were saying about the food that I didn't really register the fact that the scenes weren't actually much more than just food background and them shifting slightly.
There's only like one episode where I actually noticed it. It's when he's facing off against the number 1 seat, and the 3 girls are giving their commentary on the side. Every time they are on screen, it was only panning shots, and I was like,
Sure,
hyper
that's
aware
fine.
of that.
But the whole time we watched that episode, I was like fucking freaking out again because, oh my god, it's so tense watching the two of them go at it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, are you going to join Central? Nah, you can't join Central. You're too unpredictable. Haha.
Probably gonna watch that last like 3 minutes of the final episode before starting the new season, just because it's gonna start immediately where it left off.
Yeah, no, I told you, Val and I had totally missed that post-credits scene, and so there was a whole bunch of new shit right before the new season comes out for us to be like, oh, huh, that's a lot of stuff. It's apparently the villain's doing it for the good guy. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I used to skip the endings on a lot of shows I watched, and then I remember I was watching Steins Gate, and I think it was episode 22 or 23, so it's right at the ending. They dropped this like bombshell of an ending on me, and I'm sitting there, and I never listened to the ending theme for that song or for that show, and I'm sitting there like, how the fuck are they going to conclude this? When all of a sudden one of the characters starts talking over the ending theme like he's on a phone call, and it's this whole like very critical to the plot sequence, and from that point on, I don't think I've ever skipped the ending of a show just because some of them like to do stuff like this.
I mean, normally it doesn't affect much of anything. It's just a cool little after credits scene, but yeah, for this time it totally actually completely matters a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, we are going to take our break, and when we come back, we are going to talk about our first new topic in many weeks. We are going to talk about genre
Oh.
That was the
you
genre
cut out
explosion. My hiccup was the genre.
Oh, jeez, that was the explosion.
No, I actually was gonna try to turn it into that, but no, I just hiccuped. We're doing. Hey, you know how PUBG's really big, and then Fortnite's really big, and now everyone's like Battle Royale? That's what we're gonna talk about.
We're going to talk about,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our Fortnite wins.
Cockaduki Modern Warfare.
Oh, baby. So we'll be back in a minute or so with that. So see you guys in a sec. All right, we're back. Back at the domestic.
Yeah, back from the domestic. Hell
I said
yeah.
back at, not back
Back
from.
at the domestic from going to.
This is a domestic level.
I'm going to the domestic.
And the whole 5 listeners just turned it off because they don't get it.
Yeah, it's fine. We're code 4. It's fine.
Oh my god.
What? Do you know what that means? It means we're clear. We're clear. It's all good.
All right, so enough of the inside jokes from our break. Let's go on to the topic for the evening. We are here to talk about the explosion of genres, specifically in video games, and why it's bad.
Why it's bad, why it saturates the gaming community, and especially with the poor quality.
Remember when doggos were going to be the next big thing?
When doggos were going to be the next big thing?
Call of Duty dog. Back when we had Call of Duty dog, and it seemed like dog friends were going to be the big thing.
Oh, like, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, from Ghost, the Call of Duty dog.
Well,
yeah.
We're going more specifically into like the genre as a whole.
I know. But it kind of all applies. Like, there's just trends in gaming, and right now we're just in like a battle royale genre.
The battle royale.
So let's talk.
I'm sorry,
about
but this is shitty.
For anyone who's not watching this in I guess it's quarter 2 now, beginning of quarter 2 2018, we're still at the heart of the PUBG, Fortnite, survival game genre takeover of the industry.
At this point, I'd just say it's Fortnite, actually.
It is currently held by Fortnite, but hey, Ninja got caught with that slur, so we'll see what happens.
Fortnite is currently the most played game on Twitch.
Yeah. Did you not hear about this? He got hit with that PewDiePie shit.
I called
well, it didn't stop fucking PewDiePie, so who cares?
Yeah, PewDiePie's doing better than ever.
Seriously, like
he
not
embraced
even a
his
joke.
weeb shit, and now he's doing great.
Holy actual shit! 240 people, 240,000 fucking people on goddamn
Fartnite.
Yeah, on Fortnite. Yo, it's because
oh my
free.
god, Ninja isn't even live. He just has a VOD rerun, and it's 40,000 people. For
Jesus
fucking
Christ!
Man, I wish 4,000 people watch replays of me playing video games.
Right? Is he even good? I don't even know if he's good.
Okay, hold on. The 6th highest guy on Twitch right now is someone called Tim the Tatman. And
that guy.
the thumbnail that Twitch gave me is him with a Monster Energy hat in a room that's entirely lit by purple lighting, except for his Monster Energy logo or cooler or something in the background.
Listen, this is Twitch now, right, Tim? This is Twitch now. Just accept it.
Awful. All these guys whose camera is fucking on screen.
Man, I want a Monster Energy cooler in my room.
I'll pack up. I'll pack up and leave, Freeman.
Dude, I'm so sad. Okay, so all the people watching it or listening at home, I today got myself a new chair for my office, and I actually got a gaming chair because I thought it was really, really comfortable when I tried it at the store, and it is. But I don't want to have one because all of these fucking losers who just stream for a living.
Losers, goddamn.
No, you know what? Here's the thing. I don't care that someone like Ninja earns insane amounts of money. I'm so sad that the stupidity of teenagers fuels that, but I can't believe so many people want their career to just be live streaming on Twitch. I can't believe that.
I want to get paid to play video games. I said this when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, I did too. And I do. And it's not my career.
But what if it could?
I get a nice tiny check every month just for doing fun stuff, and I don't have to deal with any kind of internet bullshit for life.
Man, I wanted to make games. I am not doing that.
Okay, but that's also not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
You're not shoving your face out there. Be like, hey guys, I'm just gonna play. Like, no.
Actually, at this point though, it's not even you're really playing, like, earning money to play video games. It's more of you're playing. You're getting money to be your personality.
To be an interesting person playing video games.
Dr. Disrespect.
Exactly though. Like, as shitty as that is, apparently he's entertaining to a lot of people.
All right, but
I get that it takes all kinds. I mean, the Transformers movies kill it every year, so.
True, but
to transition this back into the topic, just because we're on the whole thing of Twitch, a big reason the survival genre of games as a whole is exploding is just because of how easy it is for this to be a streamer-centric game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so easy, especially like when in PUBG, when you're sitting around hiding, it's real easy to interact with your audience because you're not actually expected to have any like Twitch reflexes there. No
right. Yeah. It's not like fighting games or anything like that. You can.
It's also super duper easy to implement at this point.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not that technically difficult. And I say this as someone who hasn't developed a game like this. It doesn't seem like it would be that hard.
It's not. Fucking Twitch makes like their own widgets and shit to like interface with games. In fact, they first started doing that shit with H1Z1.
Yeah, it's. How do I put this? The first time I played PUBG, like, I don't look at the Twitch chart to see what people are playing. Like, if I want to see a streamer because I know them from something, I will watch them play just that one game. So I didn't know about PUBG until every single person I knew was telling me to play it. And by the time I got in, I'm like, what's this live demo everyone's paying $30 for? But none of my friends saw it that way. They're like, this is the biggest game right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, honestly, I chalked PUBG up to luck. I feel like it was a flash in the pan, but it ignited something to the fact that every single game, even Counter-Strike Go, it doesn't have it yet, but every patch, they upload new assets to the game that indicate they're going to release a Counter-Strike survival mode.
Hell yeah.
Like, every game is like, oh, we need to be the number one genre, or we're not the number one genre.
And that's the thing. That's what dictates the sales. Like, all this shit, like whatever the trend is, like whatever's on Steam, that's what dictates the sales and everything like that. And I feel like it just ruins the market. I feel like it oversaturates things. Same when mobile games were hot, right? Like, that was like the first indication, in my opinion, like right next to Call of Duty, right? Because when you went onto the App Store, like, you saw all these garbage titles.
Oh, it wasn't even the garbage titles. It was every like real game had a mobile tie-in because you have to. There's mobile gamers. It's the market. And these games are trash.
They're all bad.
But you've got to have them because mobile is where 98% of gamers are. Because it's some nonsensical definition that someone who plays a game on a mobile device is a gamer.
I just got to say, though, Freeman, you said something pretty good before. You said that survival, like all these games are implementing survival modes. I'm pretty sure that the popularity of PUBG and this Battle Royale stuff comes from, remember that spate of tons of survival games after DayZ hit?
Oh yeah, there was the DayZ, and then there was
Then there was fucking Rust and
Yeah,
Oh my god,
Rust.
Rust. Yeah.
whatever the other one was.
Something
and there's,
of
the
Kings.
Forest and
there's all
fucking
these.
so many shitty games that I bought because people
All
asked
these
me to play 'em, so I
derivatives
really
from Arma
Yep.
3.
played it one fucking time, never touched it again, and Minecraft led to it. And I feel like we're just in this ongoing thing where people want something that like is not just about what's the way to put it? Like, it's not just about how fast can you kill someone almost. Like, people want some kind of result. They want some kind of trophy or something. Just winning a match doesn't mean anything anymore. So first in Minecraft, you would build something cool. Now it's like, oh, you got the chicken dinner. You won. That's
Yeah, chicken
crazy.
dinner,
Got
dude.
my Fortnite wins.
That Popeye's chicken dinner, motherfuckers.
I don't-
Nah, kids
so-
who Snapchat their Fortnite wins can go eat a
Oh my
Tide
God.
Pod, though.
I agree with you on the Victor thing. I remember when I started playing Heroes of the Storm that one week to grind out those Overwatch skins. I remember thinking, this feels like League of Legends for people who only want to play League for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Where it's this very quick, like, oh, I lost, jump on a new game. Like,
Oh my god. No, keep going.
like you die in
I'm sorry.
PUBG, it's a minute till you're in the next match. Like, you're not sitting there waiting. Like, one of the things I hated when I played Counter-Strike when I was younger was if you play a traditional style, not deathmatch, if you die, you're sitting there waiting for the round. Like, you have to wait until the other players finish doing their shit.
People want to just keep
People, they don't have the
playing.
attention span for that, but like, put me in a new match, I want to win.
Yeah, it's again, it's the whole mobile gaming. You know, my coworker said to me the other day, "Oh, Tim, have you started playing World of Warships on your phone?"
Oh my fuck.
Wait,
I was
playing
like,
what?
What? World of Warships and World of Tanks are on mobile.
Yeah, easy progressions
That's
to the phone.
why.
Also, I want to know who the why? Why is PUBG and Fortnite on the
Mobile.
phone? How? How does that work?
Because the
It's
target
genius.
audience
Genius.
is the kind of person who does not care about being on a computer and would just rather
Freeman.
play literally whenever.
This is bullshit, though.
You almost called them something way worse than people. I heard it.
What
What I
fucking neckbeard motherfuckers?
No, he just. I heard an almost pop off. It sounded like in Freeman's voice.
Yo,
where he
I'll
was
make
just
fun
gonna
of
say
a
something
nerd.
Like
No,
just,
no, I-
just fuckers or something.
Oh,
like
no, no,
that.
no.
Little
I
teenage.
mean, I would
bastards.
call them
Piece
fuckers.
of
It's
shit.
terrible.
These, look, it's, so I'll put it this way. I went home this weekend and I tried loading up Guild Wars on my laptop. It looked like ass. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not play. For this new generation of gamers, that's not something they think about. They think, oh, I don't care if it looks like crap. It's on my phone. I can play this literally anywhere. So I will. And that
Which
is, it's exploding.
It's just, I mean, you got it though. It's the one device everybody has.
You got to follow the
Oh my god, how is Ark still above Magic the Gathering on fucking?
Oh my god,
Twitter?
Ark.
But you know what? This makes a good point, though. Now I'm thinking about it, right? That might be a component. But like, what is the core of this whole thing? Like, what makes the trend happen? Like, why do things like
Honestly?
this like get so popular? And it's all from one game it evolves from.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
Honestly, Twitch.
No, but it wasn't
It's just-
always Twitch. Twitch wasn't always there.
I know, but now it is.
It's
So,
there now.
So the way it used to be was the more original you were, the more likely it was you were going to get attention. But
Or die.
or die. But it was right around, and I want to say it was the Call of Duty 4 time frame, where people started figuring out, you don't have to be more original than what's best right now. You just need to be close enough to what's best right now, and also be newer, and then people will buy your thing. So
Well, not even newer. You just have to grab the mind share.
Yeah. Well,
Kind
let's
of,
look
it's
at.
As soon as
Let's
it's like
look at
Call
Call
of
of
Duty
Duty,
grabbed
though.
a certain subset of gamers. Like, okay, cool. We know what that subset looks like. Let's also appeal to them, and hopefully we can get this already, pre-identified group of customers onto our product.
Yeah, like I want to look at Call of Duty for a second, right? Like, what at its core, right? What was different about it? Like, obviously, Call of Duty 2, right? It was it's the same as Call of Duty 2, right? Like, or Call of Duty 3. It's very quick, fast paced, all that stuff. But the difference was that they changed it to modern combat, which might have been a thing. and like the instant gratification of kills. And you have to compare it to Halo because Halo was like that was the hotness.
Yeah.
I also think a lot of it has been like, I guess you could say that the age of smartphones and everything kind of started around the same time as Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Like, I feel like that was kind of around when
a little bit
iPhones were
after.
starting to pick up a little, but like they kind of grew up at the same time. You know what I mean? Like Call of Duty got really, really big as phones got really, really
sort of.
big.
It was around the time, I think it was when I guess around the time that Black Ops 2 came out was when I finally stopped seeing people with non-smartphones.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Call of Duty was there as it was. Like,
I would
everyone wanted a
say-
smartphone, but unlike Call of Duty, which came out every year, you couldn't get a smartphone depending on your plan.
I
and other
would
shit
say
like
the
that.
Facebook games was tying into the phone games.
Oh my god, when like
So I will
Farmville
count
was-
it.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, because that is true. Because around the same time, that's when like Farmville and like the beginnings of Candy Crush were a thing, and then right around 2010, right, is like when like Black Ops and like the other games, like that's when those two things took off. Very much so. And I'm like, but like I'm trying to figure out like what is it like.
Well, what I was gonna say, the whole reason I brought up the phone thing was everyone talks about like all these social issues and everything like that, how we're all becoming so disconnected and everything like that because we all have our phones. And I think it's a combination of people playing things on mobile that are so quick and easy to digest, and people also looking for that social element. Like if you look at what got really big, Minecraft, people loved just building things together. That's the new way to meet people online. Then you went from Minecraft to things like Overwatch. Overwatch was going to kill League at one point, and now it is noticeably in, what is it, 5th, 6th place right now on Twitch?
because everyone's leaving Overwatch supposedly.
But that's what I mean. But Overwatch, not like there's cool cinematics and stuff, but there's not a huge story. It's just look at the fun gameplay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now PUBG and then Fortnite, there's no story. It's just something you pick up, you can play quickly, and you can play with other people, and there's the whole YouTube, social, Twitch thing going on at the same time. I honestly think it's tied to this whole sense of people online trying to find a community. That community gets popular, and then it just blows up. It's the same thing with like Comic-Con and other conventions. Either they just wither and die, or they just get so big that they're so crowded because everybody knows it and wants to be a part of it.
Which I find strange because if that was the case, then why does every squeaker call each other the N-word?
Oh, because they're trying to be cool.
Like, you know, I would completely get that if every time I didn't drop into a PUBG lobby, I always hear this shit. I feel like that's just it these days, and I'm gonna show my age, but I remember the days of the Halo 2 lobbies where not everyone was friendly necessarily, but like I met some of the coolest people online. And like I mentioned this last week actually when I was talking about Halo 2. But like, man, that was the day of like people were cool online. Like you met with people, you BS. You're like, oh hey man, like where are you from? Like, oh, I'm from Kentucky. You know, where are you from?
You know
like,
why?
oh, Jersey. Why?
You know, because you had to put effort in. And as soon as you put effort in, most people don't make the cut, and you get a much higher quality group of people. What do you get with a free game with 100 people sitting in a lobby together?
Lowest
You
common
get the
denominator.
Lowest common
You
denominator.
can have 100 people in a room, and
by
all it
far.
takes is one little kid screaming the N-word to change your
Ruin the
perception of
whole
that whole
thing.
lobby.
Yup, that's exactly what it is.
Plus,
Because then everybody else starts on getting on the wagon. I'm like, man, it like honestly, since my last group of friends that I still talk to right now, I have not met another group of people online that I've wanted to play with ever.
I agree with you. The only people I met online who I wanted to talk to were when I made my fan lobby, and I got like 5 or 6 people in there. That community still exists.
honestly,
I'm a part of that
I've only
community
had
on
long-standing
Steam.
relations with players or in games where voice chat isn't built in. Or if
Right.
it's just text chat, people are less likely to be assholes for some reason. And if you get to the stage where you're voice chatting with someone from those games, you've already gotten to the point where you've gotten past the asshole barrier. You're likely to find someone genuine who
Yeah.
will be your friend and won't call you the N-word.
I think it's also harder for us these days because we don't have the time to put in.
Yeah, no, I don't try to make friends on Overwatch. Even if we're in voice chat and someone's nice, I don't have the time to get to know people.
I could.
I mean,
I
I'm
could
just trying to play
totally
another round of
could.
quick play.
Tell you have less time than either of us.
You're right.
I mean, I have the most free time out of the three of us as of right now, and like, I don't fucking interrupt. I never have the chance to go into the Timpedia room that exists right now. Like, I see messages pop up all the time, and I just have no idea. I just don't have time to go in there. By the time I'm home from work, it's like I just want to sit and relax and play some video games alone.
I feel like I should maybe slow it down because I also work 2 jobs now. Well, because I went back to work in security. I don't know if I told you.
That's 2 more jobs than I would
You
work.
did.
Yeah, this is too...
Freeman, just become a streamer of Guild Wars 2. Where's Guild Wars 2 on here, actually? Now I'm
Oh,
curious.
it's the bottom
It's
of the
low.
barrel.
It's fucking low,
Oh,
man.
come on. It's got to be somewhere.
Nah, man, it's low. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. Wait, I just searched Guild and it didn't show up at all.
Man,
Let's try to load more games in and see if we can get Guild Wars 2
I
to show
know,
up.
I know, like, people like Fortnite, but man, I don't know. I think the main game looks really cool. The main game looks like fun, but man, I don't understand how you expect me to play PvP with guns that are just almost not
I
accurate.
found it. It's
Nope.
smack dab
Yep.
between Mugen and Football Manager 2018.
Oh, see,
Holy shit!
One viewer must have changed because on my screen, Fallout 4 was beating Football Manager by one guy.
It's got just a few less than Super Mario 64, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD, and Splatoon 2.
So basically all the speed runners.
It's got slightly
Oh my God,
100 below
Mugen
Halo
is
5, so it's not doing
on my
that bad.
On my screen, it's losing to Mugen by 4 viewers.
It's got more than Final Fantasy 15. It's got more than a lot of games.
Are we, Freeman? Are you making me reintroduce the segment where I just look for random ass games that are on Twitch?
No.
and tell you guys how
So
many
back
viewers
on the
there are?
topic. Back on the topic.
You know, Banjo Tooie has 157 viewers right now.
Holy shit! No more of this.
But no. Actually, this is kind of interesting. This is just not directly topic related, but remember how there was all that hype around that Kingdom Come Deliverance game?
Yeah.
Already tanked to 158 viewers. That game has fucking died.
Is that the kind of game that you want to watch people play?
No, it totally isn't, but I think that's a big thing for hype because there was a time, I feel like when this came out a few weeks ago, this was near the top 10 of Twitch, I think I remember seeing during a podcast. And now it's tanked because there's no headlines about the game anymore. And the thing about PUBG and Fortnite is that they keep generating headlines.
Yeah.
PUBG is dying fast. I say that it's 3rd place on Twitch by a noticeable number, but like,
I just want to know what makes
it doesn't have the headlines. It's Fortnite.
Yeah,
now.
I want to know what Fortnite does differently aside from being free.
Building. So it's got like the It's got the Minecraft shit that people like.
Oh my god! I don't know why I didn't think about that.
I'll give it that much.
Oh, totally.
No,
I'm not
that's
like,
horseshit, though.
No. All right, I'm gonna argue about why that's a good thing. So I remember way back when Counter-Strike just took off as a Half-Life mod. I played a mod of Half-Life Deathmatch called Source Forts. The only difference between Half-Life Deathmatch and that game was you could like build with these panels before the round started, and holy shit, that was cool. The building aspect is fun, and it adds more personalization to each game where they're all a little more unique.
But that's the thing, though. It's like every time I watch people build barriers, it's mostly just stairs. Like no one actually takes time to build like a fortress, really. And by the time it's over,
or in Fortnite, you can't really. You have to
on the
run.
move?
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no real building to it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the main game would reinforce that a lot more. Would make it a lot more enjoyable to watch, or at least like play. I guess I should say play, not watch. More enjoyable to play. I what do they do differently in this battle royale that like so far I haven't seen anything.
It's just building. It's just building.
God, I hate this
and
genre
free.
so much.
That's all it is. That's all it needs.
So stupid.
Like I feel like because with Call of Duty, right? At least they changed a lot of things opposed to Halo, right? Like they took Halo's first or their first person combat, system with theirs. And they're like, well, how can we make this more interesting? So they remapped the controls, made it a lot more intuitive. It has now become the standard of FPS shooters throughout, like, any console shooter. On top of that, they made the reward system, at least not like stuff you get like items in game, but like the satisfaction of the reward of the kill, right? Or like the running, the vaulting, like they made all that very enjoyable and made that the standard, and like they put a lot of work into that. They really did. But it's like I don't see what Fortnite did differently to really do it.
Just improved enough and was free. That's really it.
Man, that's crazy.
And then the next one's gonna come along that's also free, but like doesn't look like a cartoon. And then,
like, I don't want to
then
sound
it's
like
gonna
a snob
kill.
or anything, but like this is just how I feel.
No, go ahead. We're all being snobby.
Yeah, I
All
feel.
these kids suck.
Man, I feel like it's true though. I feel like the games I'm getting these days, like I gotta go to the indie scene to find some like real gems, right? Like Owlboy looks really cool. Or shit,
But
even
they're all 2D.
yeah,
All of them.
I know it's all 2D. I
No,
still think
you know
it's
what?
fun.
I'm totally fine having just a few games that I grab onto because honestly, there are so many old games that are worth playing.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be on the cutting edge. Like Freeman, I realized with Witcher 3 almost done, I'm definitely going to enlist you to try to help me get a Windows 7 partition going because I want to finally play fucking Empire Earth.
Nice.
And that game's like 15, almost 20 years old. 10 years old at least. Yeah, I think it's almost 15. And it's like, fuck, there's so much old stuff worth playing. It's okay to miss all this shit. During the Best Friend podcast today, they mentioned that there was a slide at GDC or something about how like 40 games come out a day on Steam.
Sounds
Or
about
something
right.
crazy like that. And like out of them, 39.75 are going to tank and earn no money.
Sounds about right.
Because they're on the front page for 5 minutes, and if depends on if people sees them or if they get grabbed, and then it's just gone and in the void, because so much shit gets put on Steam these days. And then you have, because I think the situation was the guys who made Rogue Legacy came out with another game, marketed it poorly, and have earned almost no money on it.
Damn.
And those are the guys who made Rogue Legacy, which was like the big first roguelite thing.
Quick off topic. Someone, I guess from my buddy's job over at 6 Foot is streaming tonight. And they wanted to stream something from Game Jolt, which like basically like another version of Newgrounds. People just like throw their games on there and shit.
Uh-huh.
And he suggested Android Frank Nemesis and
Oh my God.
and Bacon and Burr Miami Fury. Man, I should send links because since my game career is dead, I might as well just show Android Frank Nemesis.
Speaking of game career, game development has 67 viewers on Twitch right now.
Oh shit. I thought about doing that if I ever got back into it, like streaming my like while I did stuff.
I don't think I'm charismatic enough to be a streamer.
I feel like I'd be boring though. It's like I
Barely
don't know.
charismatic enough to do a podcast.
Right. Wait. I don't know. Now I'm thinking. Did I show you guys Anne Frank? I feel like I did.
And Frank.
I
Yeah.
think you only showed us the.
Android Frank Nemesis.
I don't remember this.
Oh man, I gotta go find it. You should put this. No, actually, you shouldn't. Viewers,
Speaking of a nemesis, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green have 49 viewers on Twitch.
get
You know,
the
there
fuck
are
out of here with these
way
numbers.
too many people watching Ultra Moon right now. This is bullshit. I get stuck.
Speaking of games that suck, Mass Effect Andromeda has 42
Holy
viewers.
shit!
So
Shut up.
back on to the topic. We've already discussed Battle Royale because that's it right now. We discussed a little bit of Call of Duty, but there's two more in this kind of like genre explosion I want to talk about. The first of which is this one's a throwaway is that everyone's got to have a card game right now.
Oh yeah.
This
Hell
is just
yeah,
like-
baby.
So this is part of the other one I want to talk about is MOBAs, and I think they both kind of lump into the idea of everyone saw this one company do it really well, and they're like, "Hey, look how much money you could make being in this genre. There's no one else in this genre. I want to be in this genre." And
And then 5 people did it together.
yes, at the
Jeez.
same time, it's I almost.
Tyler, that picture you shared is horrifying.
Oh, let's see this. What is? Whoa.
This Cyborg and Frank is absolutely terrifying.
You can download this game for free.
Nah, man, my
I don't
ancestors
know
are getting
if I
triggered
haven't-
by this game.
Oh,
I don't know
you
if I want
you will be triggered by this game, Freeman. I'm sorry.
to.
I made this game, but I still think it's fun. I did all the set design and the game balancing for it.
Speaking of set design.
Can
I'm
you
kidding,
not?
I love the
I'm kidding.
I love the categories of cartoon violence, fantasy violence, realistic violence, realistic bloodshed, comical shenanigans.
Comical shenanigans.
There you go.
Rated M for mature.
Wait, isn't that just?
Oh, it's 2-player. You know who the second player is?
Some guy named Genre Explosion.
Nah, his name is Robot Rob Schneider.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What a good idea.
Yeah, so listeners, you can look this up. I'm not going to force Timpedia to put this on
Endorse
here.
this.
And yeah, no, definitely not. But just Tyler will. Because his career is down to the toilet.
Oh my god.
But you can get that. Yeah. It's on Game Jolt. Android Frank Nemesis. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Na na na. Da, da, da. We kept singing that
God, I'm dying here.
all through
God, the worst.
like the game jam. We were just singing that.
Of course.
It was amazing. I wish you guys could like travel back in time and just watch me be just the retard I am or
Wow.
was.
I feel like you don't have to travel back in time to see that for any of
Hey,
us.
got
Hey, got him. Arthur's
I
dead.
said it for all of us. I said all of us.
No,
not
Arthur's
just
dead.
You or...
Damn, whole squad wiped.
Not
No,
even.
All right, well,
None of us saw it coming. Not even the people
No,
playing at the time.
speaking of dead,
All right, yeah. So the topic's done. What are we doing this week?
Yeah, this topic's dead. Yeah, it's over.
wait. So no, this is the last Twitch thing, but this is
Oh
actually
my
kind of funny. No. It's not as bad as you think. While you guys were talking, I checked our top 3 games since we finished our top 10 list last week.
Yeah.
In terms of current viewers on Twitch, I am in last place with Oblivion. Then Friedman has Persona 4, and then more than double that to Tyler at Resident Evil 4.
Hell yeah.
Oh, what's Resident
It's
Evil
like-
4 at right now?
It's like 40 viewers to 60 viewers to 140 viewers.
Damn, when I picked
So
Persona
Red-
5, it's got 746 right now.
Oof.
Yeah, I am
Some-
the wiener.
Some big boy. I just thought it was funny to see how low can you
How low can you go?
go? Man, but at least Oblivion's beating like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 or Xenoblade Chronicles. BioShock 2, that's a game. Anyway, it's so fun. It's so weird to see all these games that I'm reminded of when I scroll through Twitch.
Right.
Like, oh, remember Warhammer 40K had that Space Marine game that was actually supposed to be decent, and it has 8 viewers right now? Or New Super Mario Brothers, that was supposed to be
There are
good. That
still
has 9 viewers.
157 people watching Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Jesus.
8 people are watching Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. That's amazing. Oh, props to those 8 people, man. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. That game was pretty good.
All right, so what is everybody doing this week?
Watching Twitch. No,
It's watching Twitch.
Tyler, what are you doing this week? Since you're asking.
Yeah, what do I got going on? I'm working. Shit, I'm actually mostly working this week.
Oh my god.
I'm working from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday. And I'm working 7 to 3 on Sunday. But after work, I'm going to go see Bon Jovi.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Where
that's
you
going to
seen
be
him?
fun.
Radical.
I think it's PNC.
Okay.
Can't see Bank Arts Center. I think I'm going. My dad got my mom 2 tickets, but he doesn't want to go with her, and I'm like, well, I'll gladly go.
Well, fuck it. I'll go. I
Yeah.
can twist my arm a little. I mean,
Yeah, Oh, we're halfway there. All right, no, I won't.
Oh my god.
No,
You
oh
don't
God.
subject them to that
That
torture.
noise happened.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna drag Leslie to see. She wanted to see it too. A Quiet Place. That movie is coming out this weekend.
Oh yeah, with Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got Jim and that other bitch I don't like. Who's his wife?
This could
Who's
be anyone.
his real life? Yeah, his real life wife. What the fuck is her
His
name?
real life waifu.
Yeah, his real life
Oh
waifu.
my god. Fucking awful.
Shit, I can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Emily Blunt. I don't like her.
Oh, her?
Yeah, I don't
Why?
like her face. I think she's a bad actress.
I feel like we've had this
Damn.
discussion
Like
before.
if it wasn't for the supporting cast in Sicario, I probably wouldn't have liked Sicario.
Did you watch Edge of Tomorrow?
I did not watch Edge of Tomorrow because of her.
I thought she was pretty good.
Oh,
in it.
she was great. She was solid.
She helped carry that movie.
I don't like her. I don't like her face. I don't like her acting. Like
Oh
I
my
feel
Bro,
like she's
you
not
watched.
convincing.
Tyler,
Did you watch Devil Wears Prada?
Bits and
Ugh.
pieces like forever ago.
All right,
I don't
get
even
out of
remember
here.
that.
You're get out of here. I can't
No,
trust you.
No,
Get outta
hold on,
here.
hold on. Tyler,
What?
I get what you're saying about Sicario, but Sicario, she had to do well for Sicario to be good.
She wasn't. She was mostly flat. Like I understand. Like she
she's
was.
shell shocked. The
That
whole movie, she's shell shocked.
you know what? I can understand that, but it's like they gave her profile at the beginning of the movie, and it was like, yeah, she likes doing this shit. She likes getting into the shit. Like this is why she'd be good.
Are you telling me Benicio del Toro looks like he's fucking living it up in his role? He's just as deadpan as she is.
But he's oh my god, I don't know. He's like meant to be
He
that
somehow makes it
cold,
sparkle.
that cold motherfucker. Like
Yeah, but that's why she gets along with him. She's like, dude, bro.
she doesn't get
You got
along with
this.
him. She doesn't like him.
Well, because they're the same person, so they hate each other.
Like even at the end of the movie, Benicio del Toro's like, motherfucker, you better not pull a gun on me ever again. Some shit's gonna happen. But I'm not gonna spoil the movie for anyone who wants to go watch it because I think it's great.
There's nothing to spoil. It's all about the moments.
True.
You can say that there's a scene where they cross the border into Mexico.
Hey,
and
whoa,
pick up a
spoilers! Whoa,
convict.
watch out!
That's not stop. They go into Mexico, pick up a convict, and bring him back to the U.S. There is so much to that scene
Yeah.
and so much tension that you just have to watch. That's like the coolest thing about Sicario. You could know the whole story. Who the fuck cares? It's so tense and so good the whole time.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter.
We gotta watch
So-
Sicario, Friedman.
All right, I'll put it
Oh,
on the
please
list.
show him
Oh,
Sicario.
don't
So good.
whatever you do, Tim, don't watch the new trailer. For
Oh, I'm not.
For
I don't want to see
Soldado.
another one.
Yeah, I fucked up and I watched the new one, and it basically gave the entire story.
Oh my god, no! I'm not watching it,
I was really upset.
dude. I want to. See, I don't care. I'm gonna see Sicario,
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna go
Oh
and
my
see
God.
it.
dude. I want to see it in theaters so bad because I want to support that movie being in theaters. Because me and my dad didn't see it till it was out, like,
Same.
way out of theaters.
I didn't
and it's
even
like,
know
I wanna-
it was a real movie until Hell or
Yeah.
High Water.
Dude, I don't even know how they got a sequel. I gotta go support that sequel because that first one was.
Yeah,
Oh my
same.
God.
Uh,
What a unique movie. It's so not about the story, it's about the moments. It's so good. Fuck.
that fucking Jaws soundtrack that they play.
Oh my
I learned
God.
that the dude who passed away, who wrote the music for the movie, he
Right.
took a lot of his inspiration from Jaws, and I'm like,
Oh,
they played the video I was watching, played the Jaws theme, the really low. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I was like, oh my god, it is Jaws, but it's true. It serves the effect, it goes for what it wants, and that's a tense moment.
oh, dude, that
Right?
whole, like I was saying, the whole, Freeman, you don't understand. It's not a spoiler. That there's nothing to spoil. Like a half hour into the movie, the main character, she just flies off with these guys to go do some kind of mission into Mexico, and you see every step from them getting off the plane on the border, getting in a convoy, riding in the convoy, crossing the border, riding through the streets of Mexico, picking the guy up, riding back with him, and crossing the border again. And you cannot even blink because you're so tense and so focused this whole time because every second is terrifying. Not like in the, oh my God, big horror thing, but they're like, yeah, there's a good chance we're going to get attacked by gang members while we're going over, but it's not a big deal. Just be on your guard. And you're like, what the fuck? And the whole time the music is just low-key rumbling, and you're getting these overhead shots from like the helicopters as they're being like the helicopters that are following them into Mexico. And then you just cut down into the streets and you see the police escort on the side, and then they just peel away and you're like, no, we're alone now. What the fuck are we going to do, man? It's absolutely amazing. It's one of the most unique and exciting movies out there.
We're hyping it.
So Tyler, you're just working this week, huh?
I'm just working, man. I'm going to work, and I'm hopefully watching A Quiet Place. And that's it. That's Tyler, always working.
Always working.
Kill me.
Freeman?
So I'm going to be playing a lot of Guild Wars 2 this week, and I'll explain really quick why. Their first April Fool's prank was they put this, it was essentially this 8-bit style jumping puzzle in the game. It was very elaborate. The next year they expanded it so it was like 2 full games inside of a game. And then the third year they're like, oh, everyone loves that we put cool weapon skins in the game that you do for doing this puzzle. Let's make them fucking hate it. So they took the inspiration off of like Cat Mario or I Want to Be the Guy and made like this platform where just random shit will kill you all the time. And it's really frustrating. But the weapon skins you get for finishing it are really cool. And I finished a couple of them a few years ago. I have to run through it again. There's a few more I want, and it's frustrating as hell, so I'm probably going to spend a lot of time working on that. But next Monday, I am going to see Ready Player One with a couple of my buddies.
Ooh, cool.
We were originally supposed to go yesterday, but then one of them's like, oh, but it's Passover, and I want to eat popcorn. I'm like, all right, so let's wait till Passover's over.
Okay.
So we're going next Monday. I'm very excited for it. It's getting pretty good reviews.
I'll say, let me know how it is, because I was curious.
All right, I'll give you guys the spoiler-free review next Tuesday.
So let me know how the scene with Tracer is.
Yeah, I want to know. Someone said it's more than just a cameo, so I'm excited to see what that means.
Oh, shit.
All I know is apparently there's a scene with the Gundam in it that's bringing a lot of attention back to Gundam as a series.
Oh, shit. No, I never read the book, but it was always one of those books that I feel like I should read.
Yeah,
maybe you should.
I was gonna read it, and then I heard of the movie. I'm like, I'll just watch the movie. I'm lazy.
See, I might try to watch the movie then read the book because I've almost never gotten to go in that direction.
I like knowing what the differences are.
It's kind of fun,
but
I'm also reading a different book right now.
Yeah. How much more you have left on that one?
At least like an hour, and according to my Kindle, I have like an hour and a half of reading time for it.
I'm upset. I was a bad boy, and I got the Altered Carbon book.
Oh shit!
So
cool.
I fucked up because I gotta get through the Witcher series first, and then I got this like war novel that I want to read because I have it all on my shelf, like all the books that I'm queued up to read. I got this war novel called Joker 1. I got this other one called Anatomy of a Dragon that Leslie loaned me. And then, what's this other one? My friend forever ago, like they gave it to me as a going away present. They gave me The Way of Kings. And Tim, I think you might like it. It's written by Brandon Sanderson.
The Way of Kings?
Yeah, it's a series. It's another unfinished series, fantasy series.
Oh my fuck.
I know. You could choose.
So done with these.
You could choose not to read it though. But like,
wait, hold on. Isn't there like a time series that's really famous? That's really huge.
A time series?
What's it called? My old coworker at Kratos used to listen to it. Wheel of Time.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Isn't that still Oh, that's one of the most like famous fantasy. I don't fucking know. Who cares? Anyway, keep going.
It's got time travel in it, so I ain't trying to But
I've seen this cover before somewhere.
you might have. But yeah, that's what
Maybe one of those books Kindle tells me to read all the time. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Like that's just what I'm queued up to read. So I gotta fucking get through all those before I get to Altered Carbon. Cause man, that fucking show was my aesthetic.
I want to catch up on it, but one of my old work buddies, he invited me along to go up to New Hampshire in a couple weeks to visit their other buddy, and they want to watch all of season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Oh
and
shit!
I'm only like halfway through season 1, so I'd have to watch the second half of season 1
pick it up.
and season 2 because they want to go the weekend before Dominaria pre-release. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just say fuck it. Cause it's not that I hate that show. It's I don't like it enough to marathon it. I might just jump in and just watch season 3 with them there and just deal with the consequences.
I always thought it seemed kind of interesting, but not nearly enough to sit down and watch the whole thing.
It's cool, but
it's so many.
It's like it's super campy, but it's 100% intentionally campy.
Right.
Let me put it this way: there's also so many other shows that I need to watch.
Yeah, plus we got the new anime season. I gotta prioritize that.
Anime series.
New waifus.
So many things to. Oh, I guess. Is that it, Freeman?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. As far as my week is going, no.
Yeah, what you doing, Tim?
Just still recording Witcher, playing Shadow of War on the side. I forget if I said it last week, but I think I finally finished it up. I've done every bit of side content I can find in Witcher 3, so I'm just barreling through the main quest whenever I record now. But on the side, I'm just playing tons of Shadow of War, grinding that. That game is huge. I'm a quarter of the way through the game, and I'm in my 3rd region, and I'm level 25, and when I load up, it's like, you're 27% complete.
Damn.
And there's upgrades that you have to be, like, level 55 to unlock, I think, so there's got to be a lot more to this fucking game. But I'm having a lot of fun. It's just like playing Shadow of War with some new toys and stuff. There's one character who's absolutely hilarious when you finally learn to recruit people. You recruit one war troll, and he just shows up to offer you advice sometimes, and he's absolutely hysterical. He's like, hey, that guy's really sneaky that you just recruited. You should go send him to assassinate this guy. That might be a good idea.
Oh, shit.
He actually has a hilarious accent. He's awesome. But so I'm trying to record those this week. I'm still ahead on a few sessions by I'm a few sessions ahead for both of them, which is awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna probably go to Empire Earth after Witcher 3 ends, because go from one amazing game to another, I guess.
There you go.
Might as well keep it going.
I also, on Saturday, finally released the first episode of Command Me, which is my new little side series about Commander on the channel.
I saw.
Freeman commented on it, asking for advice on how I could hose my own decks to help him out. I was tempted to say fuck you, but I didn't want to comment sitting on YouTube that said fuck you from me.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. I'll post it instead. Leave it to me. You can post vicariously through me, Tim.
But just earlier before this, actually, I recorded the second intro episode where I talked about my second batch of 4 decks. So that's all done. I did like 20 minutes each for the first 2, and then I just did like 2 10-minute quick sessions. Because, Freeman, you know, Selvala and Sram are both much more linear than Lycia and...
Yeah, either they win or the game stops.
But yeah, so I recorded those. Probably next weekend when Dominaria spoilers are completely out, I'll record the next one. Record my upgrade session where I'm going to figure out how I'm going to upgrade my decks for the numerous cards that Dominaria has in store for almost all of my decks. And as I was telling Freeman before the show and on the episode a little bit, I'm kind of have a deck idea swirling around in my head. And I'm going to try to take lots of time to refine it, but I'm going to try to get at least some of that process on camera and just sit down and hammer it out and get that recorded as kind of a from the ground up building a deck bit as well, instead of just for going forward like set updates. So that'll be fun.
It's going to be cool to have.
Other than that, though, just watching the anime that's finally coming back, which is, thank God, finally got to see it. Other Other than that, me and Val got to figure out what we can watch because we finished rewatching Food Wars Season 3.
Altered Carbon.
See, Val doesn't really want to, I'm sure.
Man,
she's not as
whatever
she's not into the
shows
sci-fi thing.
I tell her to watch, she doesn't want to watch any of my shows.
I mean, Tyler, she's not into your aesthetic.
That's fine.
Yo,
Then have her watch.
I got an anime for Val because
Oh,
it's
boy.
basically just Steven Universe, except it's not.
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
called-
I don't know if I want to
It's
watch
called
it now.
Land of the Lustrous. Tell her to go watch it.
All right.
It's the same
Let me,
season that Made in Abyss came out.
Wait, what?
It came out the same season that Made in Abyss came out. Just use that sentence on her and she'll watch it, guaranteed.
The same season means nothing.
All I need to do is associate it with a show she likes and she might consider.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean that's how
I'll
Val
tell
works.
her. I'll
Yeah.
tell her. That's how Val. All right. But I think that is it for today.
Yep. Probably.
For next week, we will, I guess, switch topics again because we're back to the topic switching.
Hell
Yeah, I got a
yeah.
couple
long run.
items in backup, but we could always use more topics.
You know, like hype, right? Nothing.
Oh my god.
Don't let us start from the beginning again and talk about Final Fantasy 13.
Oh,
Yeah, there we
man.
go. Or no, what was it? Final Fantasy versus
Final Fantasy 13 2.
Final Fantasy 13 2.
Oh baby.
Liking it, not like that ended up becoming a what was it? It was a nice conversation.
It got a little
The
sweaty,
flight-
but I enjoyed it.
It got a
I
little
st-
sweaty, but at
I
the end
still
we
go
were like,
back and listen to the bit where I popped off about 13 2. Because I don't think I could have written a better rant about that if I tried.
All right. But until next time, everybody, my name is Tim,
I'm Friedman.
and just Tyler.
and we will catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening.